when I took over juvenile probation, we recognized the need for more community-based program options as alternatives to placement for juveniles that were involved in the juvenile justice system. This program really dropped from the heavens. We already have an established relationship with the Youth Advocate Program here in Lebanon. So we're expanding our services with them with this youth day treatment program facility. And what it is it offers programming during the day and in the evening that provides evidence-based curriculum and therapies. It focuses on education and employment and life skill developments for juveniles that are involved in the justice system here in the county. How we're going to utilize it, we'll utilize it in at least 2 ways, potentially 3 ways. We will utilize it as a program alternative to kids that are going into placement or that would otherwise be going into placement. We'll be treating them within the community. We'll also be utilizing it as a reentry type of initiative for juveniles who are already in placement, that we have something for them to come home to. So perhaps if they've reached a certain level within their placement programming, that they could be released early to come back into the community and start, again, reentry programming. We also have the availability to use it with the children and youth dependency kids. There's a family involvement piece to the program, which is something that we've been working on. Part of that would be for the kids that are there as an alternative to placement. We would be working with the families we would be working with the families, and also as a reentry initiative, we would start working with the families before the kids come back home, so that the kids aren't coming back home to essentially, in some cases, the same environment that they left as a result of going into placement. Our opening day is July 7th. We have begun to identify juveniles who are pending disposition. So we already have a handful of kids that we're planning on placing into the program.
Did you say the location, Sally?
I have not. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The location is at the old Youth for Christ building out off of Sandhill Road. And we've also begun to identify juveniles who are already in placement, and hoping to get early discharges for them to come back into the community in the reentry initiative. Our unit capacity is somewhere between 18 and 20. And initially, the plan is to focus on males with the idea that we would be expanding it to juveniles in the near future. To females in the near future.
I couldn't help but notice that one of our honorable judges joined us. Would you be the juvenile judge, sir?
Yes.
Would you like to come forward and join us? Do you have a statement?
I don't have a statement. I'm here for support.
Okay.
We did go to Toledo to view a very similar program. And basically the gist there was they had built a new detention facility that would house, somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 people. And I think they had less than 20 in the program because of the Youth Advocate Program, taking kids out of placement. You're talking about pretty bad kids out of placement and reintegrating them back into to their homes. And also identifying kids so that you didn't send them into detention and you sent them into these programs. Cost saving plus intensive work with the kids beforehand. They had a woodworking shop, they had a garden, they had community involvement, they had community involved gardens, lots of really neat stuff going on. I'm kind of hoping to duplicate that here.
Well, Judge Jones, we certainly value your input. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
Is there anything else on that topic?
The fee for the cost for this is $80 a day, and we'll pay for that. As you know, budgets are we done way in advance with children and youth. This will be paid for through the savings experience with the youth not going into residential places. And also the day treatment program has a much higher reimbursement rate from the state as opposed to the residential.
And $80 a day compared to a placement, what is the difference roughly? What is an average placement?
We're looking at $200 a day for residential compared to $80. And residential is a 60% reimbursement from the state. Day treatment's 80% reimbursement.
Wow, that's wonderful. It sounds like you've done some really good work here. I think there might be a question from the side.
The location, Sandhill, how will
Youth Advocate Program provides transportation to the juveniles. So there's different educational components during the school year. If a child is still involved in their home school, then they'll report there after school, but someone will pick them up. If the child has been expelled from the school, then they'll be there earlier in the day, and someone will also transport them to and from.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't get you first.
I have a question too. My ears perked up when I heard woodworking shop, having spent 30 years as an industrial arts teacher. Are you planning to have a woodworking shop? Is there room for that?
There is room for that. We were very impressed with the program that they have in Toledo, Ohio. They have a co-op program, a woodworking component to that. They also have some agriculture. They have crops that they grow. They have a chicken coop where they have organic.
Better check the
chickens.
zoning on that.
Yes, yes. We'll do that. So we're excited for the potential that we have. This is new for us. So we're really need to focus on kind of getting the basics together, but we're excited for the potential. And not just the potential of this program, but we've been doing a lot of work at looking at community-based programs. The needs-based budget meeting was not a comfortable one for me. And I do recognize the importance of trying to treat the kids within the community. And we're focused on finding initiatives that will enable us to do that.
It sounds like what's old is new comes around again. We used to have a county farm. We might have one again.
We might have one again.
Any other questions or comments? Do you need a motion specifically on this, Jim?
A motion to accept our personal contracts for fiscal year 14-15.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll move that we approve the contracts.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you both.
Thank
If
you.
I-
Did
if
you
I
have
may